Good morning, everybody. It's Mike, and thanks for joining me this morning. Hey, we're in the middle of a series this week with inventory at a critical low level, right? I mean, a third of the available inventory listings that we need. With the average days on market in sharp decline, well under 30 days now. Really never seen anything quite like this. Interest rates at ridiculous levels, starting with twos. Prices trending up, mortgage applications on a sharp increase. Showing time reports that the increase in showings is a dramatic increase in the average number of showings per listing, and multiple offers everywhere. There's no doubt that we're in the middle of a surging real estate market. There's no doubt. Every leading indicator points to that. I guess my question this morning is, are you participating in it? Is your individual business surging on a parallel course with today's market? And if it is, I know you're running into some problems. You're running into time issues. You're running into increased levels of escalations and problems, dealing with difficult people. I know you're dealing with all of this and figuring out how to keep servicing this increased level of business and at the same time doing the things that got you busy in the first place. These are the problems all productive agents have. And for you, I want to say I'm here for you. I've been there. I've done that. I know what you're going through, and I can help you build systems that will allow you to manage through that. But for this week, I'm talking to the agent whose business does not parallel the current market, and they want it to. Like, if you don't want it to, I guess I don't really have anything for you this morning. But if you're frustrated because you know the market is active and surging, but your personal business might not be, then I've developed 12 strategies this week to ensure that you track with the market. The only question would be, are you going to implement each of the 12 strategies? So on the first 2 days this week, Monday and Tuesday, we talked about the importance of, for some point, making sure that if there's a for sale by owner within a 10-mile radius of where you live, that you're in active conversations with them. Now, whether you want to make for sale by owners your target audience or not, I don't really think is that important. But I do say this, in today's market with such a shortage of good listings out there, if there's somebody that wants to put a sign in their yard advertising that they want to sell their house and you want listings, I think you have to talk to them, don't you? And we talked about the importance of creating a weekly 60-second or less video message that you send out to everybody in your database via email. And we talked about different kinds of ads that you can run that are cost effective, where you're not giving away a third of your income to crazy things like Zillow, OpCity, Realtor.com, Commissions Inc. All of these take way too much money, and all they deliver back to you are crappy, low-level internet buyer leads in a marketplace where there's not a lot you can do with them. And then they like to blame you for not turning them into closings. There's a certain level of craziness in that. Now, we talked about 3 different kinds of ads: geofencing ads, Google ads, and Facebook targeted ads. And we also talked about open houses, but not a boring traditional 2 to 5 Sunday afternoon with balloons on the mailbox, but a mega open house event that really looks different, sounds different, tastes different than anything anybody else has seen. Today I want to add on to those strategies with talking about, well, let's get the uncomfortable one out of the way: expired listings. I mean, come on. You're a homeowner. You have your house for sale in July of 2020 and you can't get it sold? Well, you know my opinion. There's only 2 reasons why homes don't sell, right? They weren't priced right or they weren't marketed correctly. That's the only 2 reasons. And everything else that you want to name and throw at me is just a function of one of those 2 things. So I think it's incumbent upon me within a radius of where I live to make sure that I have a conversation with any listing that's come off the market. Now, what's really hard is, how do you get a hold of them? Well, here's what I would do. Now, I'm not driving across Atlanta to do this, but within a tight radius of where I live, I want to stop by and talk to them. I want to do a good old-fashioned door knock. Why? Because nobody else is going to do that. What all these other agents in Atlanta want to do is they want to call them. And these people are pissed off. It's 8:37 right now. These people are pissed off by 8:37. Why? They've had 10 agents call them already this morning. In the Atlanta market, agents have now started calling before 7:30 every morning. I'm hearing reports as early as 7 a.m. to 7:15. Hey, if you got 10 calls by 7:30 this morning from real estate agents, would you be pissed off? So I don't want to be the 11th call, but I don't want to drive all over Atlanta only to find them not home either. And I might develop a little leave behind package for them in the event that they weren't there, or they were and we were able to have a conversation. I want to have something to leave behind with them. But just a good old-fashioned door knock. Hey, I saw your house has come off the market. I was wondering if you were still interested in selling the house. Would you like an opinion on maybe what the problem was when you were on the market before? Maybe I can isolate one or two areas. Usually that's pretty obvious. Their pictures were crap. They were dramatically overpriced. All the information in the listing was, too much of it was wrong and incorrect. Would you like me to do an analysis of your property to see if I can give you some ideas of what the problem might have been? Yes, great. Let's take a look at the property. No? Okay, well then good luck. Thanks for your time. Expired listings? Absolutely. It would be part of my strategic plan. Would it be everything? If you want it to be, if you want that to be your target audience, then I'm going to say you need to look and sound and be different than everybody else who's calling them up, dropping their cheesy closing lines on them. Make sense? Okay, my next strategy for you. A monthly market snapshot video, once a month. A snapshot video. Please don't do this. Please don't read statistics to me. If you want to put them up on the screen while you're explaining today's real estate market to me, that's fine. But as a consumer, I don't want you to just vomit a whole bunch of statistics that I don't really understand or know what they mean. I don't know where you got them. I don't know if you're a trustworthy source. Are you anything like me these days? I don't believe anything anybody says. I don't care who you are. If your mouth's moving, you're lying to me. Why? Because that's just so true today. Everybody's making stuff up to support the worldview and opinion that they personally have. So I don't know who the trusted, credible source is. So as a consumer, when you start spewing statistics at me, I just want to get off the phone. I just want to turn off your video. I just want to get away from you. No, give me your interpretation of what the market's doing right now. Does it make sense? Okay, my last strategy for you. Oh, by the way, send that video out via an embedded email to everybody in your database, and then put it on all of your social media sites. Okay, great. My third strategy for you today is going to be pretty old school, but old school's not always bad. It's just a different way of touching people. I want you to have a monthly newsletter, and I want to show up in your people's mailbox every month. Right? Every month. Why? Because when they pick up the telephone, I want it to be me. When they turn on their computer, I want to be there. When they go on Google and do a search, I want to show up. When they check their email, I want to be there. When they go to their mailbox, there I am. Everywhere you go, there I am. Well, Mike, it feels like you're stalking me. I am stalking you. Let's just be really clear. I absolutely am stalking you. That's how much I want to go to work for you. I am going to stalk you until you hire me. Let's just be really clear about it. Folks, there's 3 more strategies for you today. How many of them are you implementing every week? And before you come to me and go, oh, I'm so frustrated, ask yourself, how many of these strategies am I currently implementing? Because if you're not willing to do the work, I don't have any answers for you. I hope you'll take some of these strategies that we've discussed, and if you're unsure of how to get started on them, that's what I'm here for. I want to help you get started, but you have to want to get started. You have to do one more other thing today. You have to want to go out there and make it happen for yourself today.